The snow was falling heavily. Daria had to run the wipers every few seconds just to see the road. She tapped the brakes as she approached the Bristol city limits sign and slowed again as she neared Harrison Street, wishing she could just keep driving. She felt like a prisoner going to the gallows. Even if she herself wasn't headed for death, she knew that her friendship with Mary Beth Deaver probably was. Her dear friend had extended more grace and mercy to Natalie, to their entire family, than anyone could expect. But no one would require Mary Beth to forgive what Daria had to tell her today. She pulled into the driveway, and a lump formed in her throat as she realized that this might be the last time she would ever be welcomed at her friend's door. Trying in vain to compose herself, she got out of the car and trudged through the snow that had accumulated on the walk. She stood on the porch, letting the biting wind cut through her wool coat. Then finally she lifted a gloved hand and touched the doorbell. Mary Beth, wearing her usual cheery smile, opened the door wide. "Daria, what are you doing out in this weather?" She took Daria's arm. "Get in here. Let me fix you a hot cup of tea." Then, taking one look at Daria's tear-stained cheeks, "What's wrong?" "Oh, Mary, I have to talk to you." Mary Beth's face went pale. "What's happened?" When Daria could only shake her head, Mary Beth hurriedly pulled her into the warmth of the house and closed the door behind them. She steered Daria to the sofa in the living room and waited quietly. The warmth of Mary Beth's hand on her arm was almost more than Daria could bear. "I don't even know how to begin, Mary. You've been through so much. I don't know how you can take any more, how you can forgive any more." "What are you talking about, Daria? What has happened?" she repeated, but her voice had taken on the dull timbre of dread. "Mary." Daria took a deep breath and plunged ahead. "Natalie was drinking the night of the accident. The tests came back and they showed that she was legally drunk." Mary Beth put a hand to her mouth. Daria watched the news slowly register on her friend's face. "I didn't know it before. I promise you, I didn't know. She got a summons in the mail yesterday charging her with DUI. Oh, Mary, I am so sorry." She waited for a response, but if she had expected anger and tears, if she had expected accusations and reproof, she was wrong. Mary Beth began to cry, but it soon became apparent that her tears were not for herself. She took Daria's hands in her own. "What can I do to help, Daria? How is Natalie taking it?" Mary Beth asked. Not well at all. We were so encouraged right after the accident, and even more after she'd talked to you. It really seemed like her attitude had changed and she'd turned over a new leaf. She was opening up to Cole, and we could really see her making an effort with Nikki. But since the letter, she's turned cold again. She's hardly speaking to Cole. In fact, she's hardly been out of her room for 2 days. I'm worried about her, Mary. I don't know what's going to happen." She looked at her friend, and though Mary Beth's face bore only compassion, it struck Daria how unfair it had been for her to expect Mary Beth to even listen to this. "Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry for dumping this on you. Forgive me. I will completely understand if you want nothing to do with us after today." "Daria, stop it. I hope you know me better than that. I hate it. I hate every word of what you just told me, but I never stopped loving Natalie. I know she didn't mean for the accident to happen." She squeezed Daria's hands. "What are you going to do?" Daria explained that they'd talked to Cole's lawyer friend, Dennis Chastain. "Dennis doesn't think the charge will go beyond DUI. It'll mean a fine and probation. She'll probably have to do some community service and spend some time in—" Daria's voice caught, and she willed herself not to break down. She took a deep breath, reminding herself that, horrible as this was, she still had her daughter, living and well.